The views of this podcast do not represent the Holy Shhh podcast, so please do not cancel them for anything said on today's programming. As a matter of fact, if you need to cancel someone, just make it Chuck Jordan. I'm sure it's his fault, it usually is. Enjoy the show.
Run that shit, motherfucker.
Breaking news, still not canceled. Episode 3, Triangle Offense. It's your boy ABE from DET.
My name is Chuck Jordan, the big guy.
And my name is Miinx Mayhem, the wild card asshole.
Wild card asshole. That is a new caption there to put up for the title. But yes, we are here. I was thinking about today's era, man, and how things have changed from when we were growing up. I think when we were growing up, we had a lot more role models, the people we could look up to, idolize. And it got me thinking, like, if you were a kid in today's era, who would you look up to? Who would be your role model in 2026 if you were a kid coming up? Chuck Jordan, Miinx Mayhem. Who you got?
Go ahead, Banks.
Well, like I said, like I was thinking, there's not really a lot of role models out here these days. I mean, if you really look at the humanity and the decency, there's none. But we can always count on cartoons. So I'm just going to go with Spider-Man.
Wow, we had to hop all the way to fantasy. No real person.
No real person.
Lego Batman.
Lego Batman for Chuck Jordan. Wow, these are the heroes.
Lego Batman.
Wow, no more Malcolm X's, Martin Luther King's, just Lego Batman and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What about you? What you got?
Wow. Yeah, I had a hard time with this one too, but if I had to pick someone, it might actually be a couple. You know, if you're a guy, you should strive to be like Jay-Z. If you're a woman, you should strive to be like Beyonce. That's what I'm going with. Hove and Beyonce, you know, if you do like them, you'll be all right. And they still active, so technically, they are still role models. Beyonce, Jay-Z for myself. Chuck Jordan.
Lego Batman. So I had a random thought before we get into some topics. You know, normally I start at the top of the show with this, but I'm gonna put it here. They tell us to not talk to strangers, but all my friends and every woman I've ever dated were technically strangers. Let that linger. Go ahead, Miinx.
What was the question?
That was a statement.
I thought you were gonna lead on to something.
I did too.
If you want to talk about it, we could talk about it. But it was really just a
okay.
Just a
You know what? I'm glad
glad
you brought this up today because I just blocked somebody. Okay.
Wow. Stranger was danger.
Stranger danger.
Yep.
To be fair, like men, I'm so sorry. Men, be nicer to women on the internet. If they don't want to talk to you, they don't have to. I didn't like a certain somebody and they came back and projected all over me like, well, you don't know this and you don't know that. I was just trying to be nice to you. I was trying to take care of you. Like, blah, 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 blah. You don't get to say all that shit to me because I don't like you. Like, the shit that comes out of your mouth, just shut up. Like, you don't. Men, please be more respectful to women on the internet. You're not entitled to their time. You're not entitled to their message. You're not entitled to shit.
Facts.
Especially content creators. So get the fuck over it and just stop. Like, you don't get to talk down and change a narrative because someone doesn't like you. Chuck, what you got? You're over there waving your hands.
To be fair and to be fair, I have a small rebuttal, just real small. Real minute.
Nothing with you is small.
You're drifting out of frame too.
I did it like this. Minute. Very minute. Yes. If they tell you stop, leave them alone. But I've actually talked to women when they tell you to stop and you stop, they ask you why you aren't applying pressure, why you aren't trying harder, why you aren't like how do you know the difference between when they really saying stop and they really saying, hey, like stop.
Shit, I don't even play them games. You even play with me. Peace. Tell me to stop. Bye.
Right.
Bye, bitch.
Right.
I have, and that's what I'm saying. Usually they be like, "Oh, you quitting? You're not gonna
Yep.
try harder.
This ain't a
You're not
fucking
gonna
game, you
chase
dumb
me.
dingbat bitch.
Like, what the fuck
You
you
ain't
mean?
alright.
What the fuck do you want from me? What do you really want from me?
I'm fucking dead. He said you dumb dingbat.
I mean,
Yeah,
what the
hey.
fuck? Like, who played? I don't know what type of dating world you be in. Fuck them. If I was in my
y'all-
youth and somebody
you-
played a game like that, like you ain't trying. Nope. This ain't a game, bitch. This ain't Who
y'all-
Wants to Be a
I
Millionaire
always
and,
tell-
and you the
I start
prize.
telling women now.
This
up
ain't the
front, I'll be like-
Bachelor, motherfucker.
Hell
I
no.
start telling women now. I be like, look, that when a cheater takes off and the gazelle avoids him and he tired, he ain't gonna keep chasing because he ain't got no energy. If you wanted to be caught, you would have got caught. You swerved me. I want to go lay down now because I'm tired.
I mean, to be fair, like me, you know, I've grown so much during the last year and this year that now I just feel like, you know what? I know sometimes my AUDHD kicks in and I don't catch social cues when somebody likes me. I'm just like, oh yeah, whatever, we're just friends, and then they like deeply in love with me or some shit. But when I say stop and stop saying this and stop doing that, and you ruffle other people's feathers, then I know I'm not the only one.
Right.
Like I know
I'm
I'm
the
not
blueprint.
the blueprint to what?
When she say stop doing this, if you stop doing that, she's giving you the answers to the test, guys. To those who like her, if you give her a blue flower, she'll be like, bro, stop with the blue flowers. Try another color. Stop giving her blue flowers.
Right. And with me, I'm so fucking honest, and I will tell you straight to your fucking face what I like, what I don't like, what I expect, and so on and so forth. I don't like if you're asking me, but I'm not gonna sit there and tell you like, oh yeah, apply more pressure. No, motherfucker, I just don't like you. You don't get to change the narrative when I don't like you. Like, it's just weird. Men are weird.
Take us to another topic, Miinx. What you got over there?
I got, what's one risk you took that actually paid off? And would you do it again?
I'll start.
Holy shit.
I was just about to say that. The Holy Shit podcast. The biggest risk. Yes, it has paid off.
Greatest reward.
Would I do it again? Absolutely not. I will elaborate if you like. It's just difficult.
Elaborate.
We are a family, all of us, but all families fight and argue. We've all had our ups and downs. Chuck and Miinx, me and Bob, Bravo, Ryan and Coach. It's been back and forth, but we all still here. We all still standing. But we had to go through a lot to become this tight group we are today, the trials, the tribulations. So would I do it again? No, but I'm so glad I went through it with this version of us.
You forgot one. Mink's missing episodes. Mink's missing
post
shows.
We're not even
Mink's
gonna talk about
missing
that.
out
Oh,
on everything.
let's not even talk about her missing flights. We ain't gonna bring her in.
No, why do we gotta bring that?
If you want to bring it up, we was gonna let this die.
I
want to
wasn't
keep bringing
gonna
shit
do
up.
it.
Okay,
But
well,
yeah.
I'm just saying, now that I got my own network, trust me, I got the same shit back, so I got my karma. Yeah.
Yeah, we here now though. It's solid. It's
We here
solid.
now.
It's all worth the journey. All worth the journey.
Nah, I agree with you 1,000. I will honestly say though, this is one of those things. It's like it's one of the greatest things that's happened to me recently, and it's also one of the most stressful things that has happened to me because it's like my work schedule, then it conflicts with show schedules, then it conflicts with what else we're doing. It's like there's not enough time in the day to do everything, and then being a partial owner, it's like I want to do more to help everybody on the technical side and everything with with the graphics and stuff. But it's like it's not enough time in the day. It's just like
we only got 24 hours every day. That's all they give us. Nothing more, nothing less. Got to make the most of what we can, man. That's all it is.
But I'm having fun though.
Here we are.
Just
what about
watching
you
that
though?
much wrestling sucks.
What's the biggest risk you ever taken, and would you do it again?
The biggest risk I ever taken. I haven't taken it yet.
Ooh, that was deep.
I haven't taken my biggest step yet. Normally we're in this
Hey.
content creation space, and with my own network, we're making waves. And to be fair, there's some things that we've been asked. There's some things we've been asked to do, and I'm like, damn, if I take this leap, will it be worth it? If I take this leap, will I get somewhere? So my leap hasn't even gotten here yet. I feel like when you're in content creation space and you're hitting, you're getting follows and you're doing this, for me as a person who's, I was a lonely child, and new things are scary to me. So I haven't taken my biggest leap yet, but I will once I get there.
I'll be right there with you with a parachute right next to you. Whee! That was kind of gay, but all right. Chuck, what you got over there?
Top 3 comedian-led sitcoms. What you got?
I'm gonna start with Martin. That's my favorite. Then I'm gonna go with Steve Harvey Show. People slept on that. I'm gonna go with the Steve Harvey Show.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna also throw in one more Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac Show. That's my three.
You stole mine.
Hey, we could both have it.
Okay, but also Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Facts.
I think I got just one different from you, man. I did not have the Steve Harvey Show. Even though him and Cedric was funny, didn't have them on there. Did not. I had Martin. I had the Jamie Foxx Show.
Oh,
here I go, here I go, here I go. Yeah. And of course, Bernie Mac Show was, of course, the closer.
There it is. Funny shows. Let's get a little more kid friendly. We all grew up off Disney movies. I know now it's escalated to Pixar. They call it other shit, but it's Disney. If it's on the Disney Channel, it's a fucking Disney movie. What is the greatest Disney movie of all time? I already got mine. Mine is, people gonna call me crazy, but it was the music. A Goofy movie, man. A Goofy movie was a classic.
Bro.
That motherfucker was a low-key legendary.
That's a black culture family right there.
I'm telling you.
That is
Goofy
a black
movie was the shit. You slept on it, go watch it again. Stand Out, Tevin Campbell, that song, man. I still blast that to this day. But yeah, that's my favorite Disney movie. What you got over there, Chuck Jordan?
Oh,
Miinx can go. Go ahead,
Miinx, go right ahead. What you got?
I'm having technical difficulties. Shut go.
Mine's is gonna be something fucked up, and it's gonna.
Oh God!
It was the movie that made me cry. No, like dead ass. It wasn't my favorite Disney movie, but it was the one that taught me the most, and it was The Fox and the Hound. Cried my ass off watching that movie.
Fox and the Hound, damn, that's you went
That's
way
old.
back.
I'm old, bro. I'm old. Fox and the Hound and probably Lion King would be my top 2.
Oh yeah, Lion King up there too. Lion King is.
Oh man, can I go 3?
What's the top 3 then?
The Jungle Book.
Oh, okay. What you got, Miinx?
I don't know why Shere Khan was my guy.
I know with your girls, you watch a fair share of Disney movies, so we'll hit home with you.
Dude, it's all fucking Disney. I want to shoot myself sometimes. Disney, I gotta go for myself. I really grew up on Disney and Disney Channel, but my best Disney movies that I liked was Beauty and the Beast. Honestly, I like Beauty and the Beast because it teaches you that beauty is only skin deep.
Dude,
I fucking love that.
Hey, hold on. You contradicting yourself because she told the Beast no, and he didn't listen, and then they end up falling in love, and you just said no means no.
No, okay, wait. Okay, hold on. Hold the fuck on.
Oh shit. He did it. I mean,
the message that it gave me was that, beauty's only skin deep. You know, um, you know, I'm not talking about that. He kept her locked up or none of that. I'm surpassing that. We're not talking about the Stockholm syndrome right now. I was a kid and I didn't know what that meant. But for me, the message that it gave to me was beauty is only skin deep. Dude was an asshole when he was a human, but as the beast, he learned how to love and be normal and come back to his humanity because she loved him. Necessarily, women don't try that at home because it's not going to work.
Not at all.
It's not going to work.
I want to say something real fast. This is going to be real fucked up before you finish. This is so fucked up, but my favorite part of Beauty and the Beast was when Gaston threw out Maury on his ass and he was in the snow, which is Belle's dad. And Belle's dad got up, was like, "Won't no one help me?" I was like,
"How did you let you son of a bitch?"
That was my favorite part.
Oh my god,
dark as fuck. And then necessarily, one for me would also be, what the fuck is the name of it? The Chinese girl,
Mulan.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Mulan, necessarily because it's teaching little girls, hey, you ain't need no man. She literally took her father's place in the war and became one of the best fucking.
I got a question, and this may be a little deep. Do you think Mulan might have been the start of the transgender era because she was dressing like a man trying to be a man? Is that kind of like a wordplay or something, connecting the dots there, or am I overthinking?
Probably overthinking.
You're overthinking it. That just shows you that
Mulan was a tomboy.
Technically, Mulan had just different ways of working. I wasn't necessarily
taped up her boobs.
Yeah,
I see a lot of studs do that.
I wasn't necessarily.
Yeah, but she still chased after the guy in the movie.
I wasn't necessarily a princess or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I like video games and doing boy shit. So to me, that just showed, you don't have to be like all these other girls. You can have your own personality and you can do what you want, just like the guys do. And that's just the attitude I've had.
Gotcha. What else you got out there?
I want to throw out an honorable mention, Oliver and Company. And it wasn't even because of the movie, just them damn songs. The songs were great.
They don't make songs like they used to now.
1 minute I'm in Central Park.
But there is one Disney movie I don't agree with.
What's that?
Fuck Pocahontas.
Whoa, what's that all about?
Whoa.
Well, because they fucking told the story wrong.
They did, but
touche, they did.
I mean, I get it. They're trying to Disney it up, but no.
Gotcha. What you got over there for us, Chuck Jordan?
Is loyalty still valued or just expected? Do people still value loyalty, or do people just expect you just to be loyal to them?
I think, in my case, when people expect you to be loyal to them, but you gotta earn the fucking loyalty. It's a two-way street. I can't be loyal to you if you're not loyal to me. You can't just expect it. Because if you're not loyal to me and I'm over here being loyal to you, that's just stupid. So I just think they expect it. But I value loyalty when I see it. That loyalty, someone with hardcore loyalty, you want to keep. And that's just what it is.
Right. Yeah, I'm with Miinx. I do think today's age they expect it, but me personally, I value it more than any skill that the person would have. Like me and Deontay or Coach, me and Coach, we went to high school together. We've been friends since we was kids. And when I look back on our friendship, the reason we friends is just because he don't never try to do no fuck shit. You know what I mean? Never. It's never on his brain. It's never on my brain. So we can get along because it's just that loyalty that we have for each other is very, you don't get it everywhere because it's just it never fails nowadays. You could be loyal to somebody. and eventually some fuck shit gonna come out, and it's kind of just expected. But when you get somebody who you just know always gonna be loyal to you, that is value to me more than fucking money. So yeah.
Because with one loyal person by your side, you can accomplish fucking anything, bro.
You can conquer the world.
Yeah.
If you can have a team of people,
Holy shit.
you can conquer the world. Seriously. But by yourself, it's gonna be a tall task. The world is not built for individuals to be successful anymore. You need communities, you need an audience, you need to bring the whole army to the table. You cannot show up with just you anymore. You got to build your brand, and so it's a different day and age, man. Definitely. All right, I'm a little lost in this. Who's next?
Me.
There we go.
Okay. My next question would have to be. Okay, this one's a little deep. I wouldn't say. I probably know your guys' answers, but do you think most people fall because of bad decisions or because the system is set up against them?
One more time.
Do you think most people fall because of bad decisions or because the system is set up against them?
Do you mean like fall or fail?
Fail.
Okay.
I do believe that the system is set up for you to fail. So at the same time, when you understand that, you realize your margin of error is very small. You can't take days off. You can't be a little fuck shit on a Tuesday and think you're gonna be a superhero on a Wednesday. You gotta pick one and be that all the time now. So the system is definitely set up against you. Like I've been telling Ryan, like when you're dropping music nowadays, it's like you almost got to be a content creator first. And then once you got people's attention, then you drop music. You know what I mean? It's just the game is changing now. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. Chuck Jordan.
I think both.
Yeah.
I think the system is definitely set up against you, but I also think that a lot of times it's just you. How do I say this? It's just you're not adapting. You're not trying to move forward. You're just allowing it to happen. Like yeah, the system is designed to keep you down, but there are ways to get around that. And if you avidly search for those ways, you can get around it. But if you keep just the system's gonna push me down and not even try to fight, like you're just accepting it at this point. So I have no kick it tickets for you. It's you just want it to happen. Because people are changing their lives every day, B.
Facts. How you feel about it?
Honestly, I feel like I agree with Chuck. The system is, straight out the gate. If you're born in an urban neighborhood, they keep you there, or they try to keep you there, And people always use the excuse of, well, the system is against me, and what do you expect me to do? Bro, do you know what? I have a friend who he used to be just like me. We were, street kids. We were going to like rock shows and shit, and we were in bands and we were doing all this shit. But we were educated because we were still going to school, and we lived in like 1-bedroom apartments with like 4 people, but we made it out and we're in better spaces now. So when people say, oh, well, the system is rigged against me, I was never going to win, that's not true, because I made it out, and my friend, he's a big shot fucking lawyer now. He had his grandma, his mom, his dad, his brother, his sister, and him living in a 1-bedroom apartment. And he worked his ass off to get out of that place. It's just the fact that the system is designed to keep you down, but you don't have to stay there. You can work your way out. And that's what people don't understand. Oh, well, they complain about EBT and all sort of kind of stuff. I get it. Sometimes when you're down, you need extra stuff. But it doesn't mean you have to stay on it. It means, that's just a way for you to boost yourself while you're getting yourself together. But most people, they just think that's the correct way to live their lives because they were never taught anything else. But you can get out of the ghetto. You can get out of the urban hoods. You can get out of the fuckery. You just got to really, really, really strive to get there.
Exactly. Well said. Well said. Well said. I got one for us. We were just talking about not being stuck, kind of, like what you were just saying. And it got me thinking of a question, and that question is it ever too late in life to chase your dreams? Like some people, they'll see you doing something like if somebody's a rapper, they're in their 30s or 40s, it's like, oh man, you too late. You should have been got on. Is it too late for someone to chase? What's y'all thoughts on that? Is it ever
Never too
too
old.
late to chase a dream?
Never too old. Never too late.
So if you had a friend who was 50 years old, he wanted to drive a gangster rap album, you'd encourage
Let's
him to
go.
do it.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, never too late to chase your dreams. What
Especially
about you?
considering I believe your brain has to process, it has to develop, and music is like fine wine; it get better with time. If you notice, Clips came back out after what 10 years of not doing nothing. Hardest project they ever dropped. I think it was a Grammy or something. It was like, but a lot of these guys is coming back, and most of them is older than us, and it's the best music they ever dropped. But it's you have to have that life experience that lived in. I could tell you a story because I've lived it. I'm not just telling you a story of something I'm seeing on TV or I'm imagining. No, this is my lived life, and a lot of times experiences, especially with music, it's more relatable because I feel what you're talking about. It's not just I got money and I got no. I've been here, I've been there, I've been everywhere. I've done this, I've done that. I've had these struggles, I've had these trials and tribulations. It's like I like that. I like that.
Gotcha.
So yeah, there's
Never
no
too
age.
old. No
Never
age.
too
What
old.
about you, Minx? Is it ever too old for somebody to chase their dream?
I don't think so, no. Because if you don't chase your dreams at whatever age, there's always going to be a time in your life where you're like, damn, what if I would have taken this leap? Where would I have, where would I be right now if I wouldn't have, done this like I planned to originally? So it's never too late. It'll be a little bit harder once you age, but it's never too late.
Right, right,
Hell,
right.
I was told we too old to start a podcast. Hey, our numbers is better than yours, little young mother. Yeah, bitch.
I'm gonna put a little twist on it. All right.
Sorry.
I do think you can be too old to chase certain dreams. But the beauty about life is when one dream can't come true, you fall asleep and you have another dream, and now you can chase that one. Sometimes I feel like we
Oh, yeah,
get
you know,
stuck in the habit of doing something without success for a long time, and we get stuck in it. Like I was in the music world for such a long time, and then I went to school and I educated myself on the business side of it. Once I did that, I realized, man, I don't have the time or the effort to do that. So that dream, I was I had some people, actually, some harsh critics or mentors, I would say, who was in my ear, like, get that shit up. It ain't popping, it ain't gonna happen. And I'm glad they did, because I was able to realize that I'm too old for that dream. And I started a new one in this whole media space that we in. And I was able to now flourish in this more than I ever have in the music. But if it wasn't for somebody telling me I was too old and I was at my expiration date for that dream, I wouldn't have been at the bigger one that I'm living in right now. So I
So I
do
do
think,
believe in pivoting,
yeah, yeah.
but I don't believe in that nonsense. I think music is subjective, and a lot of times, like I can't speak for others. Like sometimes, hey, it might have been good for you to put the pen down, but I know for me, most people say I've made the best music I've made, period. Now, and when I started, everybody told me to stop fucking singing. Like people was like, "You sound horrible. Just stop fucking singing." But I found out it was most people were used to the high pitches, like the Michael Jacksons, the Princes, the low baritone notes wasn't attractive to you back then. Like older women was like, "Oh my god, you sound wonderful." Girls my age, you sound like shit. People I'm marketing towards was like, "You sound like shit." Pivot. So I pivoted to start rapping. Then it was, "Oh, great." And then somewhere down the line, it was like, "Who's doing all the hooks?" And I used to lie and be like, "Oh, yeah, that was my homeboy DW doing the hooks, or Kid Zero," or I would just make up a name. And they was like, "Dude on the hooks can sing, but you told me I can't sing. 5 years ago, you said I sound like shit." Now I'm sounding great, and then I do a whole R&B project. Now it's like, you need to get that rapping shit up. What do you want from me? So that's why I just said fuck critics. I just do it for me now. As long as I'm having fun doing it.
I get it. I get it from a spiritual point, but what I'm talking about is more like
I was just saying, like, I understand pivoting because, like, I was gonna say, with like I know, like, my little cousin wanted to play football. He hurt himself. You can't play football, but now I think he's doing like podcasts about football. He's pivoting. You can still pivot and do something in that lane in that realm of what you want to do. It just may not be how you want to do it. So sometimes you have to move. But I'm saying a lot of times it's just somebody giving you. Sometimes it's a real critique, and sometimes it's just somebody telling you some shit because they don't have the drive or the see how or.
But from my perspective, when I like you say, you hate when people say it. I appreciate it when the guy said it because he said it in a way where he was like, how much have you profited off of this music and how long have you been doing it? And we put the numbers on paper. I was having fun just like you, enjoying it just like you. This is what I want to do. But when we talk about time and we only got so much of it on earth, we want to leave some type of financial legacy for our family and our kids. And that's when I realized, well, this lane won't do it. Let me pivot out. Maybe one day I can come back. But right now I need to focus on what's bringing in the most money to make sure that my kids got a great life. You know what I mean?
No, I was just that's what I said. I agree with you. I wasn't disagreeing. Yeah. I was just stating it from a place to especially like to the younger listeners. A lot of times, like I know for I had a listening party and somebody was like, my man sound trash. He need to get that shit up. And my man was on the radio, so I'm like, oh well, maybe I should tell the young gun he should stop. But his shit just don't pop off here in Michigan. He sent his shit to Atlanta, and now he on a tour. But what I'm saying, it was like that A&R, that radio exec was like, my man, your man's that you manage need to quit. But he was like, no, I'm just gonna stop marketing here and market somewhere that my music popping. Gotcha. And he's doing well there. Just like what was his name? We remember I love the way you doing it. Tone. A lot of people was laughing at Tone up here in Michigan. He went to Atlanta and had a nice little career. It ain't booming, but he did something with it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I feel like if it ain't booming, you ain't doing nothing with it. But that's a whole nother discussion for another day. I'm tired of mediocrity being okay. You just kind of said it out your mouth. He wasn't booming, but it was okay. Well, let's boom. Let's shoot the boom or quit. Boom or quit. Get rich or die trying. 50 Cent said it. Let's steer to a different topic though. Miinx Mayhem. What you got for us?
If you had to start from zero with no money, no connection, none of your friends, what's your first move?
Ooh.
And with what? As far as what?
I know mine.
No, as far as what? I need to know exactly what we're talking about.
Did you not hear the question?
I'm asking the question. As far as what?
Really?
Well, let me answer mine. Then he might be able to understand what we talk about. All right. What I think I would do is I would take education way more serious. Maybe not going to college and sitting in a class learning ABC and math and trigonometry and that dumb shit. I mean, like hustles. You know what I mean? Like the stuff we do with our media stuff and all that stuff, the camera, the knowledge, the business, LLCs, nonprofit organization, tax write-offs, just the education. I would just dive so headfirst into that if I could start over, because it's helping now. But oh man, just imagine if I wasn't a fucking dumbass knucklehead running the streets and I actually like focused earlier, I'd be fucking feet up with billions right now. But everything happens for a reason. So yeah, I would just start off education, man. I just take it way more serious. Way more serious.
Yeah, if I fell off like right now with nobody, I feel like education. Give me a nice little hustle. Something something I know I can be good at. Just, something and do something meanwhile while I'm getting that education. Just another little side hustle to make some cash while I'm paying off for more schooling. Just get back on the track. It's easy to fail, but it's way more harder to get back up and keep going. But, I feel like I like to grind, so whatever.
Yeah.
I still don't understand the question, so I'm just gonna not answer it.
Oh my god!
Because she's talking about like now, and you're talking about like past, like starting over the past.
Yeah,
I don't understand the question, which is the reason I was asking.
So where would you head if you had no friends, no money? You just had to start reset life over.
Now? Like right now, reset my entire life.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, which one?
Dude, did you? Are you high?
Well, it could be either or. It could be.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, am I bullshitting?
No. See, I picked. I would reset and just do it at a younger age.
Your entire life. She's talking about right now. That's what I was asking. Is it for right
either
now?
Or that's what I would do.
Life?
But that's what I would do.
Either or.
Okay, my entire life, I would. If I could go back and tell myself, I guess change some shit, it would be to be more confident and to focus on school and listen to your dad and play football and not basketball because you're fucking short and you ain't gonna make it to the NBA.
Gotcha.
Did he just say he's fucking short?
I was talking to myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You ain't fucking short.
I am.
This next topic, as a kid,
Miinx,
I can get on a roller coaster.
You know how tall basketball players are, Miinx? I thought I was going to play in the NBA. I'm 5'11". I never was going to play in the NBA.
You're 5'11"? I thought you were like 6 feet. Damn.
No, 5'11 and a half.
That just means everybody feels like they're 6 feet to me because when I was standing next to you, I felt like a fucking Smurf.
Nah, 5'11 and a half. But even if I was 6 foot, basketball players is usually like 6'4" and up. I'm too fucking short, and I'm not that talented. I should have played football, like my dad said. All right, where we at next? My bad, Ed.
What you got? You go ahead.
All right. Get my phone back open. Come on, phone, open up. All right, here we go. Are we over-informed but underdeveloped as people?
We are.
Are we over-informed but underdeveloped as people?
Hey, that depends on what person you're talking to, because a lot of motherfuckers are over-informed but underdeveloped as people. I'm not one of those people, so.
So you feel like you're overdeveloped and underinformed?
I feel like I'm balanced in everything, and I also feel like I'm not dumb. So I kind of got some common sense. But I do feel like people usually in the social media bracket, I feel like they're over-informed and underdeveloped, like their brains just aren't fully functional yet, that they say dumb shit or they follow misinformation or twist misinformation, changing narratives. So yeah.
Yeah, I say yeah too. Yeah, people are over. One more time, how'd you say it? Say it one more time.
I don't think I understand the question. I tried.
Are we over-informed but underdeveloped as people?
No, we are underdeveloped because there's so much information these dumb fucks could take in and they choose not to. So we are underdeveloped. I don't think nobody is over-informed, because if you over-informed, you'd be overachieving. Information fuels ideas, knowledge, purpose. So when you got a lot of that, you should be doing good shit. A lot of people ain't doing good shit, so they are underdeveloped with the inability to even get the information to be over-informed, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
Yeah.
I still don't understand. I answered it the best way I could, though.
All right.
I answered it the best way I could, though.
When was your first and last mental breakdown, and how do you cope?
Can I go first?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. My last mental breakdown was my first mental breakdown, I think, was when I was about 16, when I started realizing shit. When you start realizing things that happened in the past of your life, they kind of hit you all at once, and it normally happens when you're a teen. So that was my first mental breakdown. My last mental breakdown was fucking last Thursday. The content creation, the start of the network, it's getting a little bit much for me. The social media, people think they're entitled to your time. As I said with the men, this is with everybody. Like, oh, hey, we want to do this. Hey, we want to do this. Hey, we want to do this. Like, I cannot. It's just more of a thing, and I'm trying to be nice to like people who are followers and shit, but at the end of the day, I don't owe these motherfuckers shit. And I'm sorry to say that, but we don't owe any of these people anything for them to be so entitled. So my mental breakdown kind of happened with that. And to be fair, like, I don't know what the hell's been going on with me lately, but I am in soft girl mode, and I don't know why. Like, nothing has changed in my life. Nothing has changed in my life. I just felt like one day, I was reading a regular ass message and I felt something like right here, and then I twitched, and then I've been like, I can't cuss people out no more. So I'm struggling with that. It's like my
That's a
walls.
good thing.
No, it's like my walls are like lowering, and I don't know why. It's like something in my life is making me want to be soft. And it sucks because it's scary. It's a scary feeling. I'm a person who lives with my walls up. And that's where I feel safe. Behind the barbed wire gate and the walls. I'm good.
Damn, barbed wire. I can't be a regular.
But now it's like they're lowering. They're lowering, and it's scaring the fuck out of me. I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, that was why my mental breakdown was last Thursday.
My first mental breakdown was probably just young, knowing I didn't have I was a big sports kid, man. Like I played all the sport. I was the jock of jocks. And I think when I just not having my dad there doing all that was probably the first, like, what the fuck? And to cope with it, I think I looked like to the streets, and I had like a lot of like OGs I looked up to, and you know what I mean? And I looked at them because Pops wasn't showing me too much. So, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not like upset to this day. I'm actually glad it made me a little tougher. Cause yeah, that would be my first. The most recent, it's something almost every day. I think doing what we do, being involved with so many people, you may not even have a breakdown, but somebody you attached to may, so it's like you feel it there too. You know what I mean? So how I deal with it is like vision boards, man. Like I just got goals, and if I just see those things every day, I could just keep going. So vision boards is real. I like to write shit down, see it on paper, like checklist A, B, C, D. And when you marking these motherfuckers off, you like, damn, I just accomplished some shit by the time you get to the end. So that's how I've been coping with a lot of breakdowns lately, because with my health and just a lot of shit, they left and right. But them vision boards keep everything in perspective. So yeah, that's what helped me. What about you though? You asked the question.
My first mental breakdown was ironically, I think we talked about it before on here. I was talking about this bitch that fired me. And
oh God, yeah, we got a lot of comments about that.
Yeah,
We certainly did.
That's my alarm going on. We gotta get ready for work. But the bitch that fired me, I lost my job, but I had a newborn and a 1-year-old at home and a 3-year-old. Well, she was four. So diapers and shit still need to be bought. Kid's mom wasn't working, and having to ask my mom and dad for help was hard. I don't know why it was just so hard. It was hard to ask anybody for help. And I remember just sitting in my car and just, how am I gonna pay for this? How am I gonna pay for that? And I'm literally just crying and just wigging the fuck out. I literally had a panic attack right there. And then my recent one was ironically, I dropped some shit at work, and I knew I had to talk to my boss about it. And then I was letting my mom hear some music, and I was like, all right, it's not mixed. I'm gonna mix it later. And she was like, why you got all like that expensive equipment down there if you ain't gonna mix it now? And I'm like, you know what, you're right. And I came down here, and instead of mixing the song, I was like, why the fuck am I doing all this shit? It ain't working. It ain't doing. And I just started taking shit down. I took my entire computer down, only for us to be like, hey, you know we got a show, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be there, just because I'm not even able to record because I done flipped out and took all my shit down, and then I had to put it all back up. But I was like, let me move it to a new spot, which is where I'm at now. I gotta still get the green screen put back, but it was like sometimes it's like I just let shit build up, and it'd be like the littlest shit just sets me off, and I'm like, I need to unload some of this shit faster because I'm letting it pile up too much because I'm like, I'm fine. Then I finally just blow the fuck up and it's like, it'd be the littlest shit. People like that tipped you off. You don't know what's been building up for me to get to this point because I'm just so used to, I'm fine, I'm good. And then I overtip and I'm like, oh shit. And then I got to pick up the pieces again. Right. But yeah, I just wanted to see how people cope because I'm still trying to figure out how to cope. I know I need to see a therapist, but my last therapist told me I was fine. And that was myself.
Get that vision board. Get that checklist, man.
All right, I'll try that.
I'm telling you, I just black out. I turn into a robot. I just try not to think about nothing but that list.
You are Robo Abe, though.
And like, I got to get ABC done no matter what. Block everything out. If I do this, life will be easier tomorrow. But if I don't, I'm going to carry all of these tasks with me to the next day.
Like, if anybody ever seen Bebe's Kids, they had this Robo Abe. That's this guy.
Anybody got one good topic to end us out and send us home? Any last thing anybody got? If not,
I do. It's what's something people glorify that you actually think is toxic?
Ooh. What is something people glorify but you think is toxic? I think body modification. I think we in a world where that is being glorified like crazy. Just go get this surgery, that surgery. But I've been seeing people like pass. Like I know 2 girls who went to like Dominican Republic to get something done and they passed away. DC Young Fly, his wife, they got kids together. He popular. His wife, she died during the procedure. Kanye West, his mama passed away. And I don't think it's being talked about enough how much that world is being glorified, and it is seriously toxic. It's a dangerous road.
Made her sick. She had to get her everything took out.
Yep. When you start one thing, you do the next, and then you take away your inner gratification you get from just busting your ass and working out. You know what I mean? You can't beat working out. I don't give a fuck how much surgery. You can't beat just grinding, diet, and work it out and do what you got to do. But yeah, that's what I think.
Chuck, you got?
What do you got?
I don't know.
I'll go.
Go ahead. You go.
Okay, I know we all like to glorify being smart.
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever met someone so smart that they were fucking dumb?
Yes. They do exist.
Yes. Like, you can have all the fucking degrees you want. And you can say you're smart, and nobody can take that from you. Yes, I get it. But there are some people out here in this world, because I met with one like last Tuesday at my job. There are people out here that just think they know it all. You have not lived everything. You have not lived anybody else's life. You have not went through anything else that someone else has went through. You do not know all. And believe it or not, there is someone out there who is smarter than you, who knows how to actually handle the smartness without being a dumbass. You don't have to like shit on everybody and, okay, I get it, you're smart, no one can take that from you, you have stuff like that. Yeah, that's fine. Nobody gives a fuck. Because at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck. Because that's your life. So you can be smart and have all this shit all you want, but it's when you start using, well, I have this and I know how to do this and I'm smarter than everybody. Nobody wants to hear that shit. It just makes you a smart, dumb motherfucker.
Yes, being smart can be overused and tipped to the scale of being toxic. So I do agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's you. Like I said, you have not lived everybody's life. You don't know it all. You have not been through certain people's struggles. You do not get to judge them because you think you're at a bracket that nobody can touch.
Right.
You can't be touched. Like,
great topic.
There's someone out there who's smarter than you, and who's gonna do the same thing to you. So just because you think you know all doesn't mean you know what you're necessarily right all the time. It just doesn't happen.
Facts.
I'm going to phrase this the wrong way, but I'm hopefully if I ramble on, it makes sense. Money, but it's not the way most people think. I think people glorify money in the wrong way. To me, money should be used to live better, not just for you to hold over someone else's head. If that makes any sense, I don't know if it does,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
people
yes.
like, oh, I got a Birkin, or I got this, or I got this car. So the fuck what?
I
Like, are
have
you
a
happy?
yeah, I
Yeah, it's
actually have
like
I
if I had money, I would be doing so much different shit than what you're doing with it. You got it and you're hoarding it. Are you? What's the point of having it if you're not going to enjoy it?
Right. Make life better.
Like
yeah,
for
Not
me,
ma-
money. Like I was telling my mom the other day, if I had money, money is so I don't have to worry about bills. Money is so I can enjoy the like I can go on trips with my family. I can go to amusement parks. I can go somewhere with my friends. I can put out my music without. I can
so
do
you ain't gonna
shit.
get no Birkin bag for yourself.
No, bro, I
Okay.
don't even wear jewelry except for my fucking ear piercings. I'm not really in. I'm not. You see, I be wearing wrestling t-shirts. I'm not even in fashion. I don't do shit that most people think of with money. Everything I want to do with money is like I said in the song. I want to live every day like it's recess. To me, that's what money allows you to be able to do. Is I can go buy a boat, I can go hang out with my friends, and I can do shit with my loved ones that, as of right now, I gotta right now when we get done, I gotta go get ready for work. With money, I don't have to worry about work. I can just go enjoy life. I can enjoy what this earth has. I can go see the entire world. I can go twice over, three times maybe. It's like most people be like, I get money just so I can put it up and get shit that. That's why when you said Jay-Z is a role model, that's actually a great role model because if you notice, the more money he gets, the less he is flashy.
Yeah. The less
He
jewelry
starts
he wears.
dressing down now. He regular t-shirt and jeans every day.
Right. Right. Right.
It ain't
I
about
also
I got this designer. It's oh yeah, I got a pack of tees because this. I'd rather be able to help some homeless kids over here.
Right. Right. What you say, Minx?
I actually have a rebuttal for that. You know, people only think money is necessary to stunt on the next motherfucker. It's not used in to start a business or do something positive. When
I
you
just
get
said that.
some money, well, yeah, that's
How's
what
that a
I'm saying.
rebuttal
I
if you
agree.
agree with me?
Wait, yeah, I agree with you. You know what?
No, it's
I'm on
fine.
limited. I'm on limited sleep. But yes, people just want money so they can stun on the next motherfucker. Like those one upper people. If you get something, they have to get something better than you, and then they have to show it off. So necessarily for those types of needs, the fuck you need money for? You're gonna be
Facts. Facts.
the richest looking motherfucker in the hood? Fuck out of here.
Fuck
Yeah,
out.
like if you got a 10-bedroom mansion and you don't have 10 people living in these rooms, why do you have a 10-bedroom mansion?
Facts. Great topic to end on. I guess that's it. Triangle offense. It's your boy ABE from DET.
Holding out the paint, Big Chuck.
It's Miinx Mayhem, the wild card asshole. What else?
Wild card. We out. Peace.